Listen, I know I haven't posted in a while. There's actually a reason for that. You see, it's been about just over a month since I last posted my latest video. And the reason why is because I went on vacation for a week and I didn't post except for in the airport whenever we got there. And then on the plane back from vacation, I was like, yo, I gotta post. So I get back the next day, I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go record. What do you know? Four of my friends show up and we go on like a little mini ride out for the entire day. So then a few days after that, I have another opportunity to record, but then I realized that my mic and audio quality low-key suck. So I stole them and I bought a brand new DJI Osmo Action 4 and mini mic. So today I was going on a little ride and boy do I have a story for you. It gets pretty crazy. Alright, so just to give you some context for this, it was me and four other of my friends. And we were riding like any other normal day. It was me, it was Colton, Preston, and Nick. And the night before us, we were all out riding like normal. And we were chilling at this gas station, and these cop cars show up to us. And they were just like filling up their cars. And we go over there, we're talking to them, and they end up giving us some stickers and stuff. So we all go back home because it was getting dark out. So the next day we wake up and we have plans. We were gonna go fish. We were gonna go ride. It'd be like a really chill, fun day. And we are riding, and very specifically it happens right up here. And what's very important about this is that this is the order that we were riding in. Colin and Preston were at the front. I was behind them, and then Mason and Nick were behind me. And I'm like, yo, Colin, let's go to the bookie board factory. So he's like, all right, bet. So you can either turn in right here at this redwood spot right here, or you can go up and then go around and then back. So Colin and Preston sped off and they go up that way. And I turn around like this and I lead the rest of them to follow me. So as we're coming over here, we're just making our way over here. I'm going pretty slow because I don't think that they know where they're going. So they're just following me all the way up here. We get to up about like right here, and I turn around to make sure that they're still with me, and luckily they are. So I wait for them right here. Then I ocean them over this way to come up this little hill, and then over here down towards the trail. Now while all this is happening, we're expecting Colton and Preston to meet us over there, because they went the other way because they thought it was shorter. And then we all start slowly going down here. I told them to all be careful because it was a bit wet, because it just rained the night prior. And we pull up to here, and we've reached the factories. And once we get to here, we're expecting them to be over there. So we are all heading over towards there, and we see them actually. We pull up to about right here, and we're actually able to see them right in between the gas stations. They're over there at that curb, and we're like, Colton, Preston, yelling at them, and they didn't hear us. So we didn't think anything about it. We thought that they were just gonna follow behind us in a few minutes. So we all start heading back up here, and we're chilling over here, hitting this like one little sketchy gravel jump. And that's when we realized that it's been a pretty long time. It's been like 10 minutes since we all split up. And that's when, I kid you not, we're sitting right here. Mason's to the side of me. He's like, bro, where are they? I was like, you're right. So we head over to here, either thinking of just going out there and trying to find them. But then, you know, my big brain, I have a smart idea. I call Colton on my phone right here. And I'm like, yo, where you guys at? Colton's like, bro, Preston's suspension blew out. We're like, oh, and we're coming. So you can either go right there, or there's someone right there, so I'm just gonna chill out. So we're like, oh, we're coming there. So Nick takes off that way, but Mason is used to being over here, so he's just like, yo bro, follow me, I know a shortcut. So I'm like, alright, bet. And I start following him. We get to over here, and I was like, where are we going? At this point, Nick has already all the way over there, probably out of the trail at this point. but we got things to do because no man left behind. So me and Mason are right up here. We go down, we cut through the back, we went around here, and then right through this little path of grass right here, as you can see. And then we're just full throttle, just right here. One more little thing was, there's some stairs back there at that hotel that we were just riding on like 20 minutes before or something. And we go there every single day. They don't care, they like our bikes. It's one specific time. You're gonna understand once we get up here. Me and Mason pull up to right here. We're going on this sidewalk right here. And in the distance, right there, on the side of that road, we see Preston's bike laying on the side of the ground. So we cut through here, as you can see. I don't know if you can see on the camera. Our tire marks are still here. And it's about just right here where we are. Preston's bike is laying here. And right now it's just me and Mason. That's when the hotel manager flies up in his truck, slams on the brakes, hops out, pulls out his phone, and starts showing us like the security camera footage of us like riding over there. And he's like yelling at us and stuff. And by this point, Nick was already over there because he thought that we were going back to his house. But anyways, Nick comes back, and then he's just yelling at all of us. Colton flies over here. What is your problem? Starts screaming at him because apparently the dude tried to hit them with his truck off of their bikes. So while they were running from there, Preston's chain popped. They were just like walking it down, but then Preston chain pops. He dumps the bike, gets on the back of Colton's bike, and they take off. And he goes hides Preston in those woods over there. He comes back, and he's like, at that point, the dude sped off. Luckily enough, Colton pulled out his phone, took a picture of his license plate. Now, just after that happened, a cop pulls around right here, and they stop. And by this point, everybody's like on their phone with like their parents and stuff. So she's just overhearing our calls and what's happening. And, you know, she's listening in. And then at that point, Colton realizes that like she's trying to see who it was. So he shows her the picture of their license plate. We look up the dude. He has a mugshot. And I tell you, he was geeked. Like, red eyes and everything. So we look him up, and we like, yeah, that is him. Another cop pulls around, and he's getting like the questions on his piece of paper and stuff. And then, so parents' cars start showing up here. So now there's about 5 bikes, 5 kids, 2 cops, like 3 parent cars, all here talking about this one guy that sped off over there, or whatnot. But yeah, so we all start talking to them. They get all the information. They're like, all right, we're gonna go. And the same cop that gave us stickers the night before, she's like, you guys want some fidgets? So she gets us fidgets, which is actually so tough. And then everybody leaves, and we start walking the bikes down over to here. So Preston's bike is broken, so we're all just like kind of pushing our bikes with him, just following right behind him, and we're pushing it down the sidewalk. And you know, everybody just leaves, and after that, like, we all kind of met up at Colton's house, and some kids got in trouble, some kids didn't. I was one of them. Me and Preston didn't get in trouble, but it didn't matter for Preston because his bike was broken. So he had to order a new bolt. It's coming here in like 2 weeks, so he won't be able to ride for a while unless he comes over and gets on one of my bikes. Well, yeah, that's basically the story of what happened, of some crazy dude trying to hit 5 teenagers off of their e-bikes. Starts yelling at them, chasing them. 2 cops show up. It was an entire thing. It was way crazy IRL. I just tried to shorten it down for you guys because, you know, some of your attention spans are absolutely fried. But anyways, yeah. Let me know how my new mic is and my new camera. If you have any questions or anything, just drop them down below in the comments. I'll reply to every single one of them. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.